Hey guys, here is your January 8th edition of WRMS Daily Notes and Activities. Okay, fill out the attendance link so we can give you credit for watching the video. Couple of checklist items for today. So we have our multicellular vocab. This due on Friday the 15th, so that's coming quicker than you think. Make sure you started on it. We are going to be doing like a plant labeling activity with the different organelles and what they look like. And then we're also going to be doing kind of like an activity like the game Clue, where you have to match like who did the crime and what room they were in and what tool they used to do the crime. We're going to be doing an activity like that, but it's all going to be like cell based. So we're doing those two things today. We did them during our live session, so I'm going to briefly go over them right now with you so that you can turn it in. Make sure you are starting to study for your cell test because it is going to be the same day your vocab is due, which is Friday the 15th. And look over that study guide that your teachers posted to help you prepare for your test. So the first activity we're going to do is under the classwork tab. It's your cell card sort activity. You can find it under the classwork tab. I'm going to go ahead and pull my copy up so that I can go over it with you. You'll see that the first slide gives you a list of different organelles, and you have to find the picture card. So all the cards are numbered. So you'll put the number of the card that matches up with each of the organelles. And then there's another card with a number on it that has the definition or the function of that organelle. You'll put that definition number right here, and then kind of like a short description of what the definition is in your own words. All right. The next page is the exact same. It's just finishing up with the rest of the organelles. All right. So I'm going to do a couple with you just so you can get the hang of it and know exactly what we're asking of you. So we have 4 cards here. We have number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Number 2 and 4 are pictures, and then 1 and 3 are definitions. So the definition of card 1, it says it can support and protect the cell, and its main job is to control the movement of materials in and out of the cell. So remember how we talked about the cell membrane? It's kind of like a bodyguard, lets the good stuff in, keeps the bad stuff out. So card number 1 is describing the cell membrane. So what you would do is you would go to this first page where it says cell membrane, and the picture we haven't gotten yet, but the definition we did, and it was card number 1. So I'm going to type in number 1, and then definition in my own words, part of the cell that lets things enter / leave the cell. Okay, just short, brief, to the point, tells you what the cell membrane does. Okay, so let's go back to slide 3 and look at the next card. Card number 2 is a picture. And this picture is showing this little bluish organelle that's around the nucleus. So the ball right here is the nucleus. It goes around the nucleus, and it looks like it has little dots on it. So this is our endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, remember how there's rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum? And the rough ER is what you see here, and it's considered rough because it has all those little dots or ribosomes on them. So card number 2 is a picture of the endoplasmic reticulum. So here is our endoplasmic reticulum. It says picture number. This is picture number 2. Easy enough, right? So card number 3 is a definition. It's the smallest organelle in the cell. There are thousands in each cell, and they are known to build proteins using amino acids. So these are our factories that make proteins, and that's going to be a ribosome. So card number 3 is the definition of a ribosome. So we're going to put number 3 and then shorten it in our own words. We're going to say factories that produce protein. Easy enough. And then card number 4 once again shows you a picture. These are little flattened sacs and tubes. They kind of look like squished rubber bands. Their main job is to receive, package, and send out proteins, and this is the Golgi bodies. So you'll go to Golgi bodies, and for the picture, it was card number 4. Okay, so that's all you're doing for these cards. There's pictures and then functions. That's all it is. Okay, so the next part of your activity that we did today was the Who Done It activity, and I'm going to pull that up right here. So what it looks like, pretty much like the game of Clue, except for we're talking cells. And the instructions say that there were six contestants in a dodgeball tournament, and they were shocked to find out that their best player, Jerry, had been injured and forced out of the competition. You have to figure out the details of the injury before the end of the day. You have to find out the criminal, the location of the incident, and the method of attack. So, instruction number 1. You have to find out the facts. So in this presentation, you're going to be given 10 clues for you to crack. Each correct answer is going to rule out a criminal, a location, or a method of attack. When you get the clue, you just mark it off with an X on the next slide, which is slide number 3. After you've collected all 10 clues and marked them out as you go, you will finally have what's left on that page, the answer to your mystery. So you'll go to the very last slide titled What Happened, it's slide 14, and you'll write your sentence that includes who you think the criminal was, the location was, and the method of attack. So you'll see here, it says the 3 boxes left unchecked will reveal the crime. So we have all these little X's here. We'll drag them occasionally down into the boxes as we read. Same for location and same for method. So our criminals could be Mr. Waller, Miss Smith, Miss Jane, Mr. Archer, myself, or Miss Copeland. The location can either be in the classroom, the gym, the cafeteria, the library, the bathroom, or the hallway. And the method could be chemical poisoning, bird attack, electrocution, fallen object, stub toe, or venomous bite. So let's figure out how to do this. Clue number 1 says, what is an organelle? It says stretch this highlighted box over the correct answer. So here are our options. A type of organ in an organism, an object only found in human cells, a small part of a cell that has a specific function, or a small part of a protist that helps it move. So I know an organelle is this tiny structure that has a specific function for the cell. So I'm going to move my highlighted box there and stretch it out. There we go. So my answer is highlighted. Now I look over here at the clue that I need to cross out. Miss Jane was doing yoga in the gym. Okay, so I know that Miss Jane wasn't a part of this, and it didn't happen in the gym because that's where Miss Jane was at. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to grab one of these X's, and I'm going to cross out Miss Jane. And then I have to cross out the gym too, because she was doing yoga there, so she would have saw it happen. So there we go. I've got 2 of my things crossed out now. So then you move on to the next clue. Answer it, whatever the clue says, mark it out. Back on this slide. Okay, so once you've answered all 10 clues, once you get to clue number 10 and answer it, you will then have only one open box under criminals, location, and method. And that is the answer to our mystery, and you will type it right here. So it might be Miss Smith attacked Jerry in the hallway by unleashing an animal to do a venomous bite. Okay, so you really just have to look and see what your answer is at the end. So if you have any questions, just ask your teachers. We'll be happy to help, and I hope you have a great day.